Yeah, I had a game plan before I went in, and something that's usually I stick to that one move, and it's been successful before. So
It's another step. I've kind of established myself as an NHL player now. Now it's to take another step and become a better player here at this level. Make sure I'm affecting the other team and having an effect on the game each and every night. So there's definitely a lot of work to do. This isn't by any means the last contract I'm playing for. So I think the key is not to be complacent now and to continue to get better.
Well, Mark Letestu was certainly the surprise star of training camp. He had a hot start to the season, and now he has a 2-year contract extension, so it looks like the right-handed, sort of multifaceted centerman is going to be a part of the Penguins' future going forward here, and good for him. You always like to see a young guy rewarded for his hard work. Speaking of young guys, I'm not sure either one of us qualified. Josh, Yohe, Rob
really.
Rossi, we're the Penguins beat reporters. And
Middle-aged.
Middle-aged, yes. They're getting grayer by the day as
Sure.
this team keeps winning. But, a very interesting win tonight. Certainly we know Sidney Crosby missed a 6th straight game because of a mild concussion. Once again, Evgeny Malkin without a goal. He's gone, 13 games now, only 2 goals in that span. Yet the Penguins are starting to find a rhythm, and one of the things you notice right now is they're getting production from guys like Chris Connor, and they're getting great production from guys like Tyler Kennedy, who are really filling their roles.
Yeah, Rob, the Penguins' depth was very much on display tonight. Connor and Kennedy, who you wrote about extensively in your article in today's paper, really good. Maybe the best game Kennedy's played all season. The Penguins can beat you in a lot of different ways. They can wear you down physically, and tonight I really think you saw their speed give the Red Wings problems. Those 2 players you mentioned in particular, and the Penguins' depth was very much on display. This is how they have to win without Sidney Crosby. They can't rely on one guy, especially because, let's be honest, Evgeny Malkin's in a slump. So goals from 3 different lines tonight, I believe, and even though the Red Wings have a lot of injuries, it's still the Red Wings, and it's still a good win.
And they were relying on one guy too much. During that stretch of 12 straight wins, Crosby was carrying most of the offensive load, so maybe this has forced guys sort of out of that. And one interesting thing now is you've seen Kennedy, you've seen Cook, you've seen Stahl, the nightmare line, reunited during this stretch without Crosby. Stahl has goals in 3 straight games, Kennedy and Cook playing really well. Does Dan Bylsma, does he decide to keep that line together when Crosby does get back into the lineup? He's only had 2 games this year with his 3 top centers in the lineup. I'm going to be writing about that Thursday on the Penguins push page, but Bylsma kind of gives you a little idea where I might be going with my story. What have you seen, and what would you need to see from Cook, Stahl, and Kennedy to make you consider keeping them together when you finally do get to play all your centers in the lineup?
They're doing something similar to what they need to do. Even when I've talked about putting Malkin on the wing with Jordan, I also talked about possibly changing in matchup situations. Tonight we were in a game where it's a perfect matchup situation for Jordan Stahl to go with Cook and Kennedy against Zetterberg and Franz, and they were effective in the Boston game. They've been effective in the Montreal game, adding to our team. And yes, the thought is when Sid comes back, the thought has dawned on me that possibly leaving that line together in 24 and 48 and seeing what we can get with Gino in the middle, as a second line center.
Jordan Stahl has played 8 games this season, and I know the Penguins are talking about his hands aren't there, his conditioning's not there, but boy, he looks like a force, and I think he's playing smarter than he ever has, Josh. Now, before we say anything about what Stahl has done and what the Penguins did tonight, let's be clear. The Red Wings are a very banged-up hockey team. They're missing one of the best players in the world, Pavel Datsyuk, both of their goaltenders. They're missing, the crease-crashing menace that is Thomas Holmstrom and several other guys. So this wasn't the Detroit Red Wings team we think that will be around in the spring, but when the Red Wings are at their best, Stahl's had some of his best games against them, and he did so tonight.
Yeah, Rob, I think Dan Bylsma mentioned it after the game. He specifically said Jordan Stahl played a heck of a game. And even though these weren't the Red Wings we're used to seeing, that was Henrik Zetterberg. And that was Jordan Stahl really having his way with Zetterberg on both ends of the ice tonight. Really good sign for the Penguins. Stahl's getting better and better and better. And I thought tonight was his best game.
Yeah, and it's almost the point now where we don't talk about Marc-Andre Fleury anymore. But think about this stat. In 20 of his past 28 starts, he's allowed 2 or fewer goals. He's become a clear-cut #1 goaltender, a rock for this team. So this is exactly what you're looking for from your starting goaltender when he's going into the season.
As he walks right past.
As he walks right past. Flower. Say hi to the camera, Flower. That's the guy, Penguin fans. He's making it all go for them. And when they're getting contributions from the guys up and down the lineup like Chris Cotter, Tyler Kennedy, Jordan Stahl, Matt Cook, you know, that's how you start a 3-game winning streak without Sidney Crosby. For Josh Yohe, I'm Rob Rossi. We're your Trib Total Media Penguins beat reporting team. And we're signing off from Consol Energy Center.